A very good evening, everybody. Welcome to Christmas at Home. Great to see you. Hope you all had a great weekend. And welcome to the increasingly festivised studio. I've had a few messages saying people have spotted the new decorations as they slowly appear. Well, keep an eye out as we go through the week. As I say, I hope you all had a great weekend. A very good evening to everybody joining us. It's the full choir rehearsal tonight, obviously starting in about 10 minutes. And so I'm going to do my regular sound checks and have a chat with you. But it's great to see you. Let's have a look at your comments. Those of you who arrive early, we always have a bit of a chat. So let's see. How's everybody doing? My goodness me, what a lot of people. And great to see everybody on. Now, people I'm sure will be saying, where's the Santa hat? Well, ladies and gentlemen, let me share with you some extremely, I thought this was quite interesting news. If you'll recall, I started with the wonderful self-isolation choir in the evening of March the 30th this year. That was the first Messiah rehearsal. That's the word I'm looking for. I've got recording on the mind. I'm sure you'll all appreciate that. And then I just thought, I wonder how many rehearsals I've taken for self-isolation choir, everybody. So I did a bit of maths and I looked at Messiah was 45 rehearsals plus the actual event, and then we had the summer school, and then we had Elijah and Lift Thine Eyes and so on. And I was adding all this up and I came to quite a startling realization, ladies and gentlemen. Up until a few moments ago when I came online, I had taken 149 rehearsals for self-isolation choir, making today, right now, this is 150 broadcasts for the self-isolation choir since March, and this will be our 175, ladies and gentlemen. So if you have been at all my rehearsals, as I think a few people may have been, well, then you've spent an entire week with me this year. 24/7 SIC with BE. OMG. That's a lot of time, and that doesn't include anything else that I've done in any other choirs and home choir and so on. SIC, 175 hours, 150 rehearsals. There we are, ladies and gentlemen. I think that's worth dressing up for, all right? Hence looking smart. But don't worry. I haven't lost the plot entirely. There we are. Nice smart jacket, nice smart trousers and so on. Nice smart shirt and the Santa hat. There we go. Thank you, everybody. Let's celebrate. Well, let's celebrate by having a fantastic rehearsal. And honestly, the music for tonight, folks, oh my goodness me. We've left the treats till last. And I'll talk in a minute about recording, other than to say, amazing job to everybody who sent stuff in, audio, video. It's amazing. And Mark has been saying that the Dropbox has been running very hot today. All of these submissions pouring in. Thank you for putting all of that work in. And I know for some of you, for many of you, this is a lot of work. This is, it can be quite stressful. So thank you, everybody who sent stuff in. And if you're struggling with it, please remember it's supposed to be fun. If you don't want to do it, don't worry about it. Just enjoy the process, enjoy the singing, and take part in what you're happy to take part in. Those of you who have sent stuff in, amazing job. Thank you. We'll talk more about that in a minute. No wonder I'm tired, says Pam. I think that's a very, very good way to put it. Thank you very much indeed, everybody, for your lovely comments. Thank you, Barbara. That's a lovely way of saying many thanks for saving my sanity. Oh, dear. I think we're all just slowly going mad together, but that's fine. Thank you so much, Diane and George. That's lovely of you to say. Oh, cheers, Kathy. Even more festive set today. What a marathon. Definitely not a sprint, says Gina. No, you're quite right. No, it has very much been a marathon, but oh my goodness, what a lot of music we've covered. What a wonderful range of songs. And tonight, as I say, everybody, we're going to enjoy some of the very, very best music in our repertoire. We've got the wonderful John Rutter, What Sweeter Music we'll be listening to tonight. We'll be looking at our Messiah movements, the beautiful In the Bleak Midwinter with our very own Harry Bradford singing the solo. Some great stuff to look forward to. Now, I just need to just double check everything's working from a sound point of view. I think the speech is all right, but I'm going to make some more sound or noise, depending on your definition. And so just, if you're listening in on headphones, folks, or your speakers are turned up, maybe just sneak them down just for a moment whilst I make some sound here, and just to ascertain whether or not we've got some decent levels. See, that could be louder, couldn't it? Let's have a bit more piano. Ah, yes, now I just realised I need to just change this setting here. Excuse me, everybody. The old leaving the thing plugged in that shouldn't be plugged in ploy. So let's try that. So a little bit more. Lovely stuff. Oh, thank you so much, lovely. There's some really, really lovely comments, everybody. Thank you. Suzanne says, thank you for all your power. That's a lovely thing for you to say, Suzanne. But my view, and always has been, that my job is to make you feel powerful. Okay, if the people in front of me feel powerful and believe in themselves, well, then you'll do anything that I ask. I say anything, certainly musically. All right, if you believe in yourself and you feel powerful, there's no mountain you can't climb. There's no valley you can't get across. Every mountain, every valley, every hill made low. All right, so thank you very much, Suzanne, but it's all about your power, everybody. Okay. Bumble says, woof, that's great. Good evening, Carol. Good evening, Bumble. I'm just going to check my recordings, so let's check What's Sweeter Music. Some great comments.
What sweeter music can we bring than a carol?
Lovely, lovely stuff. And let's have a bit of In the Bleak. Take it away, Record Diary. Oh, thank you, everybody.
In a bleak midwinter, frosty wind made moan.
Splendid stuff. Okay, that's good. Bit of Messiah. This one will be loud, so again, just watch out. Here's For Unto Us. For Unto Us. And Glory to God. Splendid. Okay, that's all sounding good. So that's our Messiah. We'll also have a couple of bits of caroling, I think. Bit of Silent Night, which I think is fine.
Silent
Lovely. And just check Lullaby My Jesus is all ready to go. Good. We are all ready, everybody. Splendid stuff. So, how are we doing? Great stuff. So, just in case you are in any way interested, ladies and gentlemen, and feel free to just ignore this bit, but those of you that have been following the development of the studio here and of the setup, well, I took advantage of Black Friday, I'm afraid, ladies and gentlemen. I bought a new screen for this computer, which is very, very wide indeed, and so I've got everything in front of me now, which is brilliant. Because it's all been squashed onto one screen. Oh, I know. And before anybody says, why did you spend money? It was on sale, ladies and gentlemen. It was on sale. As I said to Anna, it was on sale. But one of the great things about this new setup is I now have our very own dear Mark Straw, and I have him in a little box up here in the corner of the screen. I have Mark's WhatsApp window open, and so if Mark has something to say, I can now follow that without having to check my phone. It's brilliant. So I've now got a direct line to the man upstairs, to Mark, who is in the booth. And remember, if you are, if you're here for one of the first times, don't worry if you see any comments pop up that look like they shouldn't be there. If somebody is maybe saying a few cheeky things that would need to be just sneaked off, well, Mark will wield the troll hammer, everybody, and will ban them. Other people are asking, do you have Black Friday in the UK? Oh, very much so. Indeed. Hello, Mark. Hello, Benny says. And just one more thing before we start, everybody, because we're going to be starting in under a minute. A very, very happy St Andrew's Day to anybody joining us from Scotland. I hope you folks have had a great day today. So, everybody, with less than a minute to go, if I could invite you to make sure that you have everything you need for the next hour or so. Make sure you've got your drinks of water, your hydration solution. Make sure those sneaky phones are on silent. Make sure everyone around is happy, pets, spouses, children, grandchildren, whoever's around. Or if you're on your own tonight, just make sure you've got everything you need for the next hour and we'll have a lovely sing. Now, if you are new to the choir, if you haven't commented yet, why not pop up and just say hello in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. All of these things are free and just add to the joy of Self-Isolation Choir. So please keep chatting throughout the rehearsal. If you've got any questions, pop up and ask, and Mark, who'll be the person highlighted in yellow, will answer, or one of our wonderful choristers will chime in. So thank you, everybody. We're going to now go full screen. So will you help me, please, as we transition from split screen to full screen, and welcome everybody to our rehearsal tonight. It's 5 o'clock, it's Monday, and so it must be time for Christmas at home. Thank you so much for joining me tonight on what, as it turns out, is my 150th broadcast for this wonderful choir. This will be at the end of tonight, as I say, 150 broadcasts and 175 hours of rehearsal and performance. I think that's the most I've spent in the company of a choir in 1 year ever. So thank you ever so much, everybody, for all of your time this year so far. Obviously, we still have a few hours left before we perform together on December the 20th, but I just wanted to thank all of you for all of your time, your company, your fantastic singing, and all the fun over this year so far. Now, tonight, we're looking at those pieces that we haven't covered yet. This week, I hope we can all relax a little bit, particularly those of us who are recording busily, because the pieces that we're singing through tonight and we're looking at this week aren't for recording. They're for your enjoyment to sing along with the wonderful Recordare on December the 20th. So the pieces we're looking at tonight, everybody, is we're going to sing through, or at least we're going to introduce the wonderful What Sweeter Music by John Rutter. We're going to have a look at In the Bleak Midwinter by Dark, and we'll have a sing through those wonderful Messiah movements. Now, before we get started, just a couple of notices, folks, and thank you very much for your patience with this. First of all, I hope you've all seen the email today from Mark about video, and I just want to jump in at this point and thank all of you for your hard work, for your patience, for your perseverance with everything we've asked you to do this year. I appreciate all of this video and extra work is a lot to take on, and so just thank you very, very much indeed from everybody here, from me, from Mark, everybody on the team, for all of your efforts. And please don't feel bad if it's not worked out, if you think I'm not going to be able to submit it or so. It really isn't about that. It's about us being together and singing together at the same time. And if recording's been too much, please don't worry about it. Now, those of you that have sent stuff in, brilliant job. Thank you, everybody. As Mark said, our priority is the fun of being in the choir, of learning together. And if we're going to submit something after Christmas, it's going to be audio, so we can focus on just making sure we sound great. And in terms of the way we look, well, I'm sure you'll all look marvellous in the photos we'll be asking you to send in. All right, so that's the first thing to say. Secondly, remember the deadlines for submissions, please, this week. So tomorrow, that's December the 1st, is the submission for sopranos and altos, and thank you in advance to those of you that are sending those in. And tenors and basses, you've got till the end of the week, that's December the 4th, to send those to us. Thanks ever so much, everybody. So, Rosie's just said all the right notes, but not necessarily in the right order. That sounds about right to me. So, everyone, what we're going to do tonight, we'll get warmed up very quickly, and we'll start with a sing through Silent Night, and then we'll introduce these new pieces, just interweaved with some of the pieces we've sung over the last few weeks. So, you'll need your packs, you'll need your drinks of water, and if I could ask those of you that are happy to stand for me to be upstanding. Fantastic. If you get to your feet and plant your feet to shoulders width apart. Wonderful. Feeling your weight pressing down into the floor. That's great. Maybe swing your hips left and right. Find that point where your weight feels balanced between your feet and you're feeling good and secure as you're standing there. And give yourself a straight back and a long neck, and just start to take some nice deep breaths in and out and start to relax, everybody. And those of you who aren't up for standing stay for whatever reason, that's not a problem, but if you could bring yourself maybe to the edge of your seat, feet flat on the floor, straight back, long neck, everyone. And let's all take a couple of deep breaths in together and out. Nice tall mouth as you breathe in, and blow the air away from you. And one more deep breath in, and blow the air away. Well done, everyone. Fantastic. And now we're just going to roll our shoulders round. We do this every time And this is just to become aware of whether we're carrying any tension in our shoulders. I don't know about you, I spend a lot of time at screens these days, and so I do a lot of this. And so I get a lot of tension at the back of my neck. So rolling the shoulders around really helps. And once you've rolled them in one direction, roll them the other way, please, everybody. Brilliant. And then if you could just tilt your head over to one side and just stretch the muscles out. And to the middle and the other side. Lovely. And to the middle and forwards. Splendid job, everybody. Well done. Okay. And we'll just let our head roll around between those three movements, left, right, and forwards. And just loosen those muscles up. Thank you very much. Let's do a bit of humming. As our first carol will be Silent Night, and we'll use that as a bit of a warm-up, but we'll still get some heat into the voice, as it were. Okay, so we'll start by humming. Actually, no, it starts on a B flat. Start a bit lower than usual. Nice hum, and off we go. And... now, N for November. And... now, ooh, and... ooh. Lovely. Now an O for orange, deep breath, and... lovely. And now if I could have an E for egg, and... and an R, nice deep breath, and... splendid. And now after me, please. Ya, ya, ya. Well done. My turn. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Great. Basses and altos. Drop down the octave, and everybody after me. Me, me, me. And one more. Ya, ya, ya. Everybody. Thank you very much indeed, folks. Great job. So if I could ask everyone, please, sit yourselves down, but give yourself that straight back as you're seated, as we have a look, please, at page 50 and Silent Night. Now, remember the version we've asked you to record. We've asked you to sing R in the first verse and then to sing words in the second and third. That's the version for recording. Okay, the version that we'll sing on the 20th of December will have all the words because we're singing along with the recording. So tonight, please sing all three verses with the words along with Record Diary. Obviously, we'll sing along with ourselves on December the 20th. For tonight, sing all three verses and we'll enjoy this together. Okay, so here are your notes: basses, tenors, altos, and sopranos. Let's sing all three verses of Silent Night. Are we ready, everybody? Here we go. And...
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child, holy infant so
Thank you very much indeed, everybody. Some lovely, lovely singing from Recordare there. And of course, I can't wait to hear the self-isolation choir performance of that. Great job, everyone. So now, let's have a look at something new for this week. Could everyone turn to In the Bleak Midwinter, which you will find on page 11 of our pack. And this is the gorgeous setting by Harold Dark. Of course, there are two famous settings of this. One is by Gustav Holst, and that's the one that is very, very chordal, very homophonic. This one is got this gorgeous, gorgeous soaring melody, which is sung by a soprano solo in the first verse and by a tenor solo in the third verse. Now, we will be learning the verse for everybody to sing. And so if you want to sing along at home with the soloist, if you've always wanted to be the soloist for this one, you get an opportunity to sing along with our version on December the 20th. And then, of course, we'll learn the choir parts as well, verses 2 and 4. These beautiful, very, very, very simple but very effective harmonic moments. So we'll sing along now, or if you don't know it, listen along and enjoy our wonderful solos. And remember, the choir will be singing in verses 2 and 4. So here is Recordare with Harry Bradford singing the tenor solo in the third verse. Here is In the Bleak Midwinter. And
In a bleak midwinter, frosty wind made moan. I stood hard as iron, wrought I like a stone. Snow had fallen, snow on snow, snow on snow. In the bleak midwinter, long ago. God and cannot hold him, nor sustain. Heaven and earth shall flee away when he comes to reign. In the bleak midwinter, a stable place suffices to the Lord God Almighty, Jesus Christ. Enough for him whom cherubim worship night and day, a breast full of milk and a manger full of hay. Enough for him whom angels fall down before. The ox and ass and camel
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you will want to join me in thanking and congratulating Recordare and Richard Gowers for that wonderful performance. So the soloist at the beginning was Kirsty O'Neill, who's one of their wonderful sopranos, and obviously our very own Harry sang that tenor solo. Great job, Harry. Great job, Kirsty. And of course, wonderful job, Recordare. So we will be learning that one this week, everybody. We're not recording it. We're not submitting it for recording. We will learn it to enjoy singing it along at home. And it's such a beautiful, beautiful piece, particularly those harmony verses. But again, if you've never sung the solo before, this is a great opportunity to have a go at just letting your voice soar into that lovely space that you're occupying now. So looking forward to learning that one all together this week. So let's have a sing through the next one in the pack, folks. Page 14, this is Lullaby My Jesus, and we've learned it in two bits. We've kind of learned it upside down. We learned verse 2, if you'll recall, in week 1, so that you could record that one and send it in. We then learnt verse 1 last week at the end of all of the those sort of quick carol rehearsals, and so this will be the first time we've sung it all the way through from the beginning with both verses, with hopefully a bit of a sense of what we're doing and where we're going with it. So thank you for your patience and understanding with the fact we've learnt it upside down. Let's sing it all the way through and see how it all fits together. All right. Now remember, you're not submitting verse 1. This is not a sing through for recording. This is a sing through to enjoy the wonderful music. And so we will start at the beginning for a change. We'll start at the beginning of verse 1. And here are your notes: basses, tenors, altos, sopranos. We will sing both verses tonight. Remember, the first verse is the one that we'll be singing along with Recordare, and then the second verse will be a wonderful self-isolation choir performance on December the 20th. So here we go, everybody. Do enjoy Lullaby My Jesus, and we'll be led by Recordare on this occasion. So nice deep breath, and...
Lullaby, my Jesus, lullaby, my King. Lullaby, my Lord, in whom I sweetly sing. Softly,
Thank you so much, everybody. Got a bit of a lump in my throat listening to that one, imagining all of these wonderful recordings that, as Mark said, are just pouring in, imagining all of those combined to create the sound of Self-Isolation Choir singing that second verse. But so, so beautiful. If you don't know the music of Peter Warlock very well, ladies and gentlemen, listen to his wonderful Capriole suite. And he wrote some wonderful Christmas carols as well. So thank you ever so much, everybody. I'm just going to have a sip of drink. I would advise you to do the same. Wonderful. Very, very moving. What a wonderful treat. So now let's have a sing through O Come We Faithful, please, everybody, which you'll find on page 16. It's next in the pack. And we'll sing through the 4 verses that we're going to be recording. Well, we have recorded some of us. So this is verses 1 and 2 in harmony as we rehearsed last week. And then verses 6 and 7. And for tonight, let's sing verse 7 as Born That Happy Morning. All right, everyone. So here's O Come Ye Faithful. Here's Richard and Record Diary. Take it away, folks. Oh, and descant as well, please, sopranos. You don't need telling twice. Here we go.
O come, O ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. O come ye to Bethlehem.
Goodness me, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I left the acoustic on. Goodness me, what a sound. And again, just imagine what it's going to sound like when everybody's voices are combined to form the big Christmas choir. Again, well done, Record Diary. Thank you for your wonderful singing. Sopranos out there singing all around the world. I could hear your descant from here in Bristol. Great job. Well done, folks. Okay, so that's O Come Ye Faithful. Have another sip of drink, please, everybody. And what I'd like to look at now is What Sweeter Music by John Rutter. So can we all turn to that one, please? You'll find it on page 51 of our pack. And, well, those of you who are experienced choral singers will know that John Rutter's music, well, it's performed throughout the year, but a lot of John Rutter's music is performed at Christmas time. Many of his arrangements are in these Carols for Choirs books, and he's written dozens of Christmas carols for the occasion. Now, of those Christmas carols, some of them are bright and fun, like the Shepherd's Pipe Carol. That's the one that goes, going through the hills on a night all starry, on the way to Bethlehem. Nice little piece. There's the Donkey Carol, which goes da 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 dum dum da 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 dum dum, like a sort of lumpy donkey walking along, and they're great fun. But What Sweeter Music is something else entirely. It is absolutely gorgeous. As a piece of music, John has taken the traditional words, and they're written here by Robert Herrick, and he set them to a very beautiful, very sort of Celtic feeling tune that completely suits the words, and is really, really beautiful. And I remember I first sang this. I would have been just 18 actually when I first heard this carol, and I was singing in my church choir, and I remember the rehearsal we went through it. Everyone in the choir knew it apart from me. I'd only just joined the choir, and I remember just being so taken aback with how beautiful this was. I found myself getting quite emotional actually, standing there in amongst the basses, trying not to blub. So if you don't know this one, really look forward to this, folks. This is a gorgeous carol, and we'll learn the whole thing this week. This isn't for recording. This is just so we can enjoy it and sing along with it. So let's enjoy Record Diary's performance. If you know it, please sing along at home. But if you've not encountered it before, listen. Just enjoy how John has set these words so beautifully. He manages to capture the feeling of all of these different moods that sees December turn to May, for example. Beautiful writing. Enjoy it, and we'll learn it this week. So here's Record Diary with Richard again, and here's What Sweeter Music.
What sweeter music can we bring than a carol full to sing the birth of this our heavenly King? Awake the voice, awake the string.
Dark and light, fly hence away, and give the honor to this day that sees December turn to May.
That sees December turn to May.
Why does the chilling winter's morn sigh like a field beset with corn, or smell like a meadow newly shorn? Thus on the sudden come and see the cause why things thus fragrant be.
'Tis his born, whose waking birth gives life at last a public mirth to heaven and beyond the earth. We see him come and and all the patient come to flowers. The dawning of the world is come, and sweet it is this final welcoming Him, to welcome Him.
The nobler part of all the house is the heart, which we will give Him and bequeath His holy and this I believe, to do Him honor, who's our King and Lord of all this traveling.
What sweeter music can we bring than a carol for to sing the birth of this our heavenly King? The birth of this our heavenly King.
There you are, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't that absolutely lovely? A beautiful performance of a beautiful piece. And again, if you don't know it, well, you will know it by the end of this week. And I think it's one of John's best written for Christmas. It really is. It's splendid. So, hope you enjoyed that, folks. Very, very well done. What I want to do now, please, is to have a little... Let's go back in time a little bit. Let's go back to where this all started. Let's start having a look at the Messiah movements, please. So turn to page 32, everybody. Oh, lots of people enjoying this. Gorgeous carol, beautiful, gorgeous, never sung before. It's stunning. I'm so glad you think so, everybody. This was one of my must-haves for Christmas, and I think What Sweeter Music is just, it's wonderful. So anyway, For Unto Us a Child is Born, everybody, from Messiah, and we're singing two movements from this incredible work in our Christmas performance. Now, again, we're not asking for recording submissions for this, because you've already done it. Those of you who were with Self-Isolation Choir back in March, April, May, recorded this one for Messiah at home, and so we'll be singing along with your recording from then. Now, for those of you who haven't learnt these two movements yet, for those of you for whom these are new pieces, we have already taught them on the channel. So what we'll be doing is sending out tomorrow to everybody in the Christmas choir links to specific videos. There'll be soprano, alto, tenor, bass, so choose whichever one you want. And the teaching for these two Messiah movements will be in that video. Now, the great thing about this means you don't have to come along at a specific time. It's not live. You can watch it any time you like. And of course, if you were on the course, you might just want to watch those for a little bit of revision. Okay, so these are two movements from Handel's Messiah. It's For Unto Us a Child is Born. There are some little movements in between, which we'll listen to tonight. And then Glory to God. Okay, so they will be sent out tomorrow. Look out for those. And as I said, folks, what I want to do tonight is actually to run all of these movements. There are 5 in total. So it starts with For Unto Us a Child is Born. Notice I'm saying the us very carefully. Try not to sing For Unto Was with a W, if you don't mind. Give it a go. We'll follow that with the Pastoral Symphony, known as the PIFA, and that will just be, it's very, very short. It's a bit of fun instrumental, it's like a peasant dance in the middle. Then there'll be some recitatives sung by the incredible Carolyn Sampson, and then we come in with Glory to God. So we'll run all of those movements tonight, everybody. So if you can make sure you are hydrated, particularly after that beautiful rutter we've got For Unto Us to sing. Okay, so are we ready, everybody? Now remember, this is a little bit louder than the last movement, so if you've turned your volume up, maybe sneak it down a little bit, because this one is with orchestra. Okay, everyone, have fun. Here is For Unto Us a Child is Born.
Shall be upon his shoulder. And the government shall be upon his shoulder. And the government shall be upon his shoulder. And his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, the mighty God, the everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. Unto us a child is born. Unto us a child is born. Unto us a son is given. Unto us a son is given. Unto us a son is given. And the government shall be upon his shoulder. And the government shall be upon his shoulder. And his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, the mighty God, the everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace, the everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace.
the top of page 44. And
There were shepherds abiding in the field, keeping watch over their flock by night. And lo, the angel of the Lord came upon them, and the glory of the Lord shone round about them, and they were sore afraid. And the angel said unto them, Fear not, for behold, I bring you good tidings of great joy, which shall be to all people. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Saviour, which is Christ the Lord.
okay, everybody, are we ready? 6 bars,
And
5 bars,
there was with the angel a multitude of the heavenly
2 bars to go.
host, praising God and
Deep breath.
saying,
And
and peace on earth. Glory to God, glory to God, glory to God in the highest. And peace on earth. Goodwill towards men. Goodwill towards men. Glory to God, glory to God in the highest. And peace on goodwill, 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 goodwill towards men, goodwill towards men.
as the angels slowly disappear off over the hills, and they're gone. Thank you so much, everybody. Oh, it is such a treat to hear all that music again, isn't it? And as I'm conducting, people are there just saying, "Goodness me!" It feels like just yesterday that we were learning this. And also some people saying, "I never got to sing this with Self-Isolation Choir. So lovely to sing it with you all." Well, absolutely. And thanks, everyone. I can't wait. I really can't wait to have all of that put all together. It's going to be the most wonderful, wonderful evening on the 20th of December. Now, remember, we're sending out the teaching for that one. If you weren't with us back in March and April and May when we learned those movements, don't worry. The teaching videos will arrive tomorrow. It'll be another email from Mark. Look out for it. And that will take you to the specially created videos where you can learn all of those and practice them and sing them along. And of course, tonight's rehearsal, you can sing along with it any time. And in any spare time we've got left this week, after we've learned those two, the In the Bleak and What Sweeter Music, we'll have a look at some Messiah stuff as well. All right, everybody. So very, very well done. And I hope you enjoyed it. Now, we've got time for 2 more tonight. We're going to sing Still, Still the Night. This wonderful piece by Patrick Hawes, which we will be premiering. Remember, this will be the first public performance of this work. And so let's sing it through. Now, without any sort of thoughts of recording, just for a sense of enjoyment, for a sense of now we've submitted it. Hopefully most of us, those of us who've recorded it, and now we can just enjoy it. So singing along with the wonderful record diary, let's go all the way through. And remember that marking right at the start, teneramente, which means tenderly. Now, some of you who have joined quite recently, you won't be familiar necessarily with what we did with the choir back in the summer when we sang Patrick's beautiful Quanta Qualia, but that piece was a real turning point, I think, for the choir. It certainly was for me. It's one of my favourite pieces I've learned all year, and the performance was truly staggering. And to know that we're going to be premiering this piece is really special. So those of you that sang in Quanta Qualia, sing this piece with the same love and with the same warmth that you sang Quanta Qualia. And everybody just remember that this piece was written for us. The words weren't taken necessarily from things that we sent them, but we did send Andrew and Patrick some of your emails. Okay, some of your messages to us. And some of the words that you see in here were, if not taken directly from the emails, were certainly inspired by what you have said to us. So these words were written by Andrew Hawes, but were inspired by you, the Self-Isolation Choir, reaching out to us. And things like this melody and harmony is burning hearts. And the star is singing high and clear. You know, these are all really, really beautiful sentiments. They come from you. So let's sing this all together. And again, looking forward to singing it with the recording on December the 20th. Let's sing with Recordare now. Here are your notes: sopranos, altos, tenor, bass. And here is Still, Still the Night, everybody. Here we go. And...
Still, still the night, black, black the sky, a star is rising bright and sheds a healing light. Oh, look, Satan,
Thank you so much, everybody. And having spent several hours now over the past couple of weeks going through that in detail, it's so wonderful to now look at it, having learnt it, and to really appreciate the wonderful job that Patrick has done here. Obviously, the words are gorgeous, the words inspired by what you've written to us. But what Patrick has done is he's taken a lot of ingredients and combined them in a wonderful way. It's something that all good composers do. He harks back to composers who've written Christmas music in the past. You can hear little bits of Britain in there, little bits of Walton. There's also a very traditional sound. The last cadence, so look, se turna da 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 dum, has a real Christmas feel to it. It's a fantastic piece, both familiar and brand new, and really very brand new. As I say, we get to perform the world premiere of that piece, a huge honour. So thank you ever so much, everybody. Well done. We've got time for just one more tonight, and we'll sing Hark the Herald Angels Sing to finish. So if you've sat back down again, and I wouldn't blame you, can I invite you, stand up for me, plant those feet to shoulders width apart, knowing that there are nearly 500 people at the moment watching this live, and many, many more will be watching it later on. So stand in solidarity with those nearly 500 people all around the world and sing this wonderful carol together with us. We're going to sing all three verses, the first two verses in harmony and the third verse in unison with that fabulous descant. Now I'm going to turn my microphone down so I can sing loudly along with this. And if you've got any family members in the house who might be up for a bit of a sing, get them in the room now and get them singing with us. And that will be the end of our rehearsal today once we've finished, everyone. And of course, tomorrow it's sopranos, it's altos on Wednesday, tenors on Thursday, and basses on Friday. These are the last sectional rehearsals of the year, everybody. And so looking forward to seeing you all this week. Of course, if you are in one of the other sections and you want to come along and say hello, please, please, please do. All right, and then I'll see everyone together on Monday of next week. All right, after this week, we just have those 2 Mondays as sing-throughs and then the performance on the 20th. All right, everyone, so here's Hark the Herald, and enjoy. Here we go.
Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Peace on earth and mercy mild, God and sinners reconciled. Joyful all ye nations rise, join the
Wonderful stuff. Thank you very much indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for your time and your wonderful company this evening. A very special congratulations to Dave, perfect in the choir. Congratulations on your retirement today. So I hope tomorrow you have a wonderful first day of freedom. And everybody, thank you so much, as I say, for being with us tonight. We'll see you tomorrow, sopranos, altos Wednesday, tenors and basses Thursday and Friday, and all together again next Monday. Can't wait to teach you the music this week, folks. So look forward to seeing you soon. All the very best and take care. Bye-bye, folks.